chapter of the course Microeconomics. In our previous lesson, we have explored basic concept and definition of business cycle as well as the four phases of business cycle. We learned that the business cycle refers to fluctuation in economic activity that an economy experiences over a time, which is characterized by the periods of expansion and contraction. We also discussed the four main phases, which are expansion, depression, recession, and recovery. In our today's lesson, we'll explore the various internal and external factors that cause and affect these fluctuations. So, by the end of this lesson, you are expected to have a comprehensive understanding of how internal and external factors interact to shape the business cycle and the resulting effect on economy. So let us begin. So a major cause of business cycle is price mechanism. That means the demand and supply, because price mechanism itself affects both buyers and sellers. So itself is affected by the factors which are divided or categorized into two: the external and then the internal factor. Let us start by discussing about the internal factors that causes a business cycle. So they are fueled within the economic system and then able to influence the business cycle or the economy itself. So when you say they are fueled within the economic system, an economic system is a system of production, resource allocation, and distribution of goods and services within the given society or let's say country. So we can mention several factors that are internal and affect business or economic cycle. Here we can explain some of the key ones. So let's start, and then the first one we are mentioning here is change in demand. So variation in consumer and business demand for goods and services can lead to economic fluctuation. That means contraction and expansion in the economic activity. For example, increased demand can boost production, employment, and income, leading to economic expansion. While, on the other hand, a decreased demand can have opposite effects. So this is about how change in demand affect the business cycle or fluctuation in the economy. The second internal factor that may affect business cycle is investment fluctuation. Any change to investment may lead to change in total output. So that means a change in investment levels driven by different factors such as interest rate, profit, expectation, business confidence, and other factors can significantly impact economic activities so that they can fluctuate it. So much like what happened in the change in demand that you have seen in as the first. So higher expansion is typically leads to when we say higher investment can typically lead to economic expansion, while lowering investment can lead to a downturn. So that's how investment affects a business cycle. And we have also another internal factor that affects business cycle. That is macroeconomic policies. So government policies such as fiscal and monetary policies affect business cycle as well as their policies are let's say they are crucial tools. We said policies are crucial tools that are used by the government and the central bank to influence a country's economic performance. So they to control the activities in the economic system. So policies that encourage investment and spending are expected to lead to expansion in the economy. So we call them expansionary policies sometimes. So for example, we can say lowering interest rates, cutting taxes, increasing government spending, subsidizing and granting, let's say, and then regulatory reforms, and then other factors that may encourage investment and spending. They lead to economic expansion, while restrictive or contractionary policies such as higher interest rate, which is opposite that we have mentioned in the expansionary policies, increased taxes, and the tightening credit conditions, regulatory pattern, and then monetary contraction can lead to slowdown in the economy. That means in the other way, that leads to contraction. So this is how the macroeconomic policies for a given country can affect business fluctuation or business economic fluctuation in the economic system. So the first factor that we mentioned as internal factor affecting business cycle is supply of money, or on the other hand, we can say money supply. So the amount of money circulating in the economy affects spending and investment as well. So let's say we can mention an increase in the money supply can lead to, let's say, they can stimulate economic activity by excessive, but we have to mention that an excessive increase or injection of money to the market can also lead to inflation. So in short, when we increase the money or the money supply, this leads to stimulation, or that is, this stimulates an economic activity, but it should be an optimum, unless an excessive supply of money to the market will lead to an inflationary issue. So, in conversely, we can also decrease money supply in the economy, and this leads to recession in the economy or downturn in the economy. So this is how the external factors can affect, internal factors can affect the business cycle for a given economy. So when we say this much about the internal factors affecting business cycle, there are not only these four, but there are more others, but we mentioned the key ones here. So let's start the external factors, or discuss the external factors that may affect a business cycle. As the name cycles, there are changes that arise outside the economic system, but still affect the economic cycle, such as we can mention wars and conflict, and political change or shifting government policies, or leadership, or another political stability. We can say natural disasters such as earthquake, hurricanes, and then so on. And then also we can include technological innovation, global economic condition as it's external to the internal economy, and then population change, or it may population may grow highly or in some extent, and then also weather and climate changes. They can also affect business cycle as external factors. So these external factors are most of them are unpredictable and can have a significant impact on business cycle, either by exacerbating or mitigating, let's say, internal economic conditions that we have mentioned in the previous topic. So the factors we mentioned here as internal and external can interact to cause fluctuations in economy. So let's say economic activity which leads to periods of expansion and contraction that we said up and down in the previous topic. So economic expansion in short leads to employment, higher production, let's say, and then if there is higher production, so there will be an increased employment for that, and then also greater consumer spending because of income. It has also a raise in income. So conversely, contraction results in reduction of production, higher unemployment, and decreased spending. So that is the thing we are looking at effect. So political changes and then wars as external factors can also create uncertainty, slowing down the economic activity. And also natural disaster and climate change can disrupt infrastructure and productivity, causing economic instability as well. So on the other hand, technological innovation can also drive growth as a positive impact, but it still they also disrupt existing industries, which lead to some economic shift. So this is all about the effect of cause and effect of business cycle. So as we wrap up, I will encourage you to think about how these factors interact and shape the business cycle and reflect on real-world examples and consider how different policies, even events have influenced, let's say, economic activity in various countries. So in our next video, we will dive into the theories of business cycle, and we will try to explore different theories, including the Keynesian's theory of business cycle, monetarist, rational expectation, real and political business cycle. These theories provide different perspective on the underlying mechanism driving the business cycle. So they offer insight into how we can manage economic fluctuations. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumb up and then subscribe to the channel for more related lessons. So also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next lesson. Feel free to leave your question and comments below the comment section. I would love to hear from you and then engage with you as well. So thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson and video.